Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2024. This reading is going to be on what they are going to be discussing at the World Economic Meeting. Okay. For those of you that do not know, the World Economic. Oh, did I even introduce myself? This is the Obelisk Lounge. My name is Justice, but I'm just so ready to just go ahead and get into the reading. I forgot to even formally introduce myself. But anywho, this reading is going to be about the World Economic Forum that happens each and every year in Switzerland. It's basically where a group of the top CEOs from like a thousand companies, different selected politicians, representatives from academia, NGOs, other religious leaders, media people, basically anyone in power or that has like a lot of money, all over the world. This is an invitation only event where they get together and literally make decisions that impact us all. And so since, we already know that these past few years have been a very rocky for us all over the world. I mean, from Rona to now, the weather. It's January. What's the date? What's today's date? It's Saturday, January 13th, as I'm recording this reading. And of course, we have the Arctic freeze and things like that happening all over the U.S. So, my prayer is that, that everyone and their animals, their belongings, their possessions is covered. And so I'm doing this reading because I want us to be prepared for the things that are to come. Now, I'm not going to assume, of course, anything that that they may be deciding. I'm strictly just reading the energy of this meeting to see what events will they be discussing that could potentially negatively impact us in 2024 and beyond. And what do we, the public, need to prepare for? And what don't they want us to know? Okay. I'm not pulling any cards on this reading unless I need some clarifying information that might not be coming through. As you can see, I have my bowl of water here because I am a seer. I like to scry. Scrying is one of my spiritual gifts that I like to utilize. And then I also offer scrying services on my website now. So if anybody wants to book a hydromancy reading with me, you can click the link in my description box. But anywho, I'm about to go ahead and get into the reading. I got my notes here. So the first question, let me call in my guides, elevated ancestors. I know that you're already present in this reading with this water. I ask that you show me and reveal to me, really through all of my spiritual gifts, reveal to me what events will they be discussing at this World Economic Forum that could potentially negatively impact us, the public, us, the collective of humanity in 2024 or later. Let's see. Oh, interesting. So the first thing that they are actually discussing, like one of the big things that I see on their agenda, is them discussing the U.S. presidency. And I actually see, people are not going to like this, but I actually see them really not wanting to put Trump back in our American office for some reason. I hear them discussing who they are going to be selecting for the next president. And let me just preface this. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I am just a seeker of the highest truth. I don't create the truth for myself. I seek the divine and the highest truth. And so whatever comes out is just gonna be the truth. Okay. This is not a matter of opinion. I really don't care about y'all's opinions. This is what it is that I am seeing. And I trust my sight. So so they are, the first thing that they're going to have on their agenda is discussing the American presidency. And I see them really trying to repel Trump from being selected for our presidency. And they're saying this is because Trump is too humanistic. He is they view Trump as like an advocate for humanity, weirdly enough. I know that sounds very weird and very odd. But it's something about his human nature that it is that they don't like about him being selected or being able to run our country. He is making this, they don't like the collective decisions that it is that he can potentially make that would actually benefit Americans. Because they're saying that, I hear them saying that his agenda does not work out for them, but it would work out for us and different things like that. The things that he may want to bring to the forefront to just kind of clean things up is what it is that I hear them saying. And they are actually, I feel like they not disinvited him, but I feel like Trump was actually trying to go to this meeting or attend this meeting. Like he was gonna like crash it in some way, but but he's not going to be able to. He's like trying to like blow up their spot and expose them. And that's really why they also dislike him too. Like, and I'm saying they as in the world leaders, the different CEOs of these different companies and different things like that, like why it is that they necessarily don't like him. And not like, you know, our mom and pop CEOs, but like the CEOs who have been in power for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and not just in America, but just around the world in general. Let's see. What else are they going to be discussing that could negatively impact us? I see them debating about something about our food. About how it's, wow, they are very blunt and blatant. My goodness, I literally can hear them saying that it's not killing them fast enough, or they aren't being dormant quick enough. Like they're not listening. They're not complying enough. So like they want to increase the amount of harmful things in our food because they're having a hard time. We're not being controlled at the rate that in which they want us to be controlled, is what I hear them. And like they're like very upset and like discontent at this meeting. Oh wow, I see George Soros, and I don't even know him. Like I know of him, I've heard people talk about him before, but his name is not one that is on the tip of my tongue, but his face just popped up. And so this is like him saying these things, oddly enough. Put in the comments, like, does George Soros, like, does he control like our food and different things like that? I have no idea, but after this reading, I'm gonna have to go and look up more about him, because I honestly don't even know what he does. I think he's in politics, but yeah, he's the one like talking about this. Let me see, what else do I see? They have been like limiting the textile production. Like I'm picking up that something about sheep in Ireland, some type of like sheep farming. They are trying to kill off the sheep, or trying to do things so that they don't produce the wool and the textiles and things like that we need for our clothing, or just like whatever the case. Like they want to, it's almost like they're harboring materials, or like they want to starve us out. They want to like freeze us, you know, to death. Like they want, it's like it's different things that it is that they are doing in regards to like the sheeps and like the wool and like other natural plants and different things like that we use to make like our clothing, or to like make homes, and anything that it is that we would use cotton and wool and other and other things for. It's some type of plastic that it is that they want to put. They want to put more some type. I don't even know you can even make clothes out of plastic, but it's some. They want to use plastic for our clothes because now they're trying to they're trying to make us more sick even through the clothes and things like that we wear. So they want to remove the natural and good, because everything that's natural, of course, we know, is not necessarily good for us or in excess, but they want to remove the natural comfort and things like that for the clothes. They want to start making our clothes with like plastics, or like increase the amount of plastic already within our clothes and things like that. And it's some type of chemical agent or something like that. It's some type of chemical agent or something like that they want to increase the amount of in our clothes that are actually going to start causing a lot of cancer. I see cases of cancer due to the clothes, like skin cancer, the things that skin cancer, and even like more internal organ type cancers as well popping up. Like a lot of people talking about that within the next few years. With their clothes and their detergents making them more itchy and causing cancer. We know that some detergents, of course, can irritate people with sensitive skin, but it won't even be really just much of that detergent is going to actually be in the clothing. So even if you're using your detergents that are for your sensitive skin, or that are more clean for you in the environment, the problem is in the clothes. The cancer is going to be in the clothes. Wow. Let's see what else. What else are they going to be discussing at this conference? We already know that our water supply is messed up, but they're going to be adding even more things into the water. There's one advocate at the conference. He is a younger white male with brunette hair. His family is old money, but he wants to switch gears because he does not like the harm and the death and the destruction that it is that these people are trying to will amongst the public collectively, not just in America, but just worldwide. But he is afraid to speak out at the conference. But I feel like he has some plans to expose some things. This is a man with dark brunette hair. I feel like he could be in his 30s or early 40s. And I see he's like prepared some type of manuscript or some type of PowerPoint to expose these people. And he's not totally on our side, by the way. Let me just preface that. He doesn't want to go to the extreme that they are going to, but he's also not on our side either. He doesn't want them to mess up the water supply even more because he's thinking about his own children and family and different families, that he may be close to. He is starting to garner some type of compassion because he's thinking about his own loved one. So he is becoming more of an advocate for his own loved ones and not just because of the greater good, but an advocate nonetheless. Yeah, the water is gonna be even worse, like our tap water. It is. And even some of the spring water brands that it is that we buy. I'm seeing, that I think it's called Mountain Spring. It's in a glass. It's in a dark green glass bottle. I think it's that. They are going to start tempering that. Like the quality of that particular brand is going to go low. I don't buy that brand. I have had it before in the past, but I see that particular brand, them making some type of deal or exchange, or the leader of that particular brand of spring water is going to start messing it up. It's not going to be the same quality. It really won't even be worth buying after this year. I'm hearing my people say that if you have land, and or if you live like near a farm or a place that sells well water, clean and clear well water. I've actually never even had well water or any of those things. So let me know how it tastes and the different things like that in the comments if any of you have. But they said we're going to have to start getting it's best if it is within our means, right? Our means as far as transportation, our means as far as like our money and the resources, even the access to it. That's what I mean when I say means. Is it in the means, you know, for us to do it? It almost not if, well, no, yes, if it's in the means for us to do it. One of my cards just fell out, so I was glancing over at that, and it was the Two of Spades. I wasn't even shuffling any cards. It just flew out from underneath the table, and it's the Two of Spades. So yeah, they are gonna, that particular water brand and any other water brand, spring water brand, those executives and things like that are gonna be at this meeting, and they're going to be decreasing the quality of it. And so if we can find well water or find a resource, a person that will maybe bottle it up and sell it or whatever, it is best for us to consume the well water, because our water supply is actually going to get worse than what it is. Like we think is bad now, but collectively it's going to get even worse. They're saying boiling it can still be an option, but but when you boil it, they're saying something about you'll need to like strain it, like with the cheesecloth. Like it's not like you'll still have like not even just microplastics, because that's not really what it is that I see that's in the water supply. Like it's some other type of substance that they've like created, some type of cancerous substance too. And let me just preface too, this is a video to give you all, for those people who are willing to receive it, to update you and to prepare you for the things. This is not to fearmonger. I do not believe in causing fear and havoc. I just believe in providing the truth and then offering solutions for that truth. Dang, so we can't even trust that spring water brand no more. Dang, I can't even, okay. All right, let me see what else. What else that is going to be impacting us that they're going to be revealing at this meeting. So is this the American Red Cross leader? That's being shown, or what? Okay, what about it? Once I clarify what it is that once I get what it is that I'm seeing, I'll relay. Is this a new virus? So people, oh gosh, okay. I'm not a medical professional, okay? Obviously. I'm just a diviner, a spiritualist on y'all's internet, okay? They're saying that if you are somebody that needs to get a blood transfusion this year, if you do not have to get a transfusion, I'm trying to be careful with how I say this, because this is not medical advice. I'm just telling you what it is that I'm seeing. It's best unless you are somebody that literally has to, for whatever reason that may be, staying clear of blood. Is going to be issues with the blood transfusions. There's going to be some type of disease. It's like the blood that they have at the blood banks or wherever it is that people get the blood for blood transfusions. It is they're gonna have to throw that blood out. You know, they're gonna have to dispose of it. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if they burn it. I don't know if they put it in. I don't know what they do, but they're gonna have to get rid of it because the blood for the that they have waiting in limbo for the blood transfusions is tainted. It's not good. And it's going to cause more harm for people than they are probably already in. And they're trying now to re-clean it because they're like, where are we going to get this blood from? So they're trying to like clean it, but whatever has contaminated the blood, there's no cleaning it. They literally are just going to have to just throw it out. So there's going to be a shortage of blood. And they said it's going to be a shortage of blood, but then also even the blood that they do have, you're going to have to just be mindful of what is going to be going into your body, because it's still going to be potentially tainted, because there's something about them losing money for having to throw the blood out. Oh, well, yeah, because people, yeah, I mean, it costs money. It costs money to get a blood transfusion. Anything medically costs money. So, yeah, and so they're going to be trying to, and so hospitals, oh, gosh, so hospitals are going to be trying to save money by keeping some of this old blood. Yeah, oh, gosh, ew. The image that I see, oh, my God, ew. It's, I'm about to get sick to my stomach. Just look at it. Oh, So for the people that would need blood transfusions, how can they go about and make sure that they get the right type, the right blood, the clean blood, the good blood? They're saying local hospitals. Now, of course, again, I'm not a medical professional, so use this information at your own risk, okay? They're saying that some of the smaller hospitals, something about them not having a big supply anyway of it, and so those smaller hospitals will be a little bit more trustworthy, whereas some of like the big chain hospitals, people are going to have to be wary of them because they order more, and so they're going to be losing more money because they can't have it. Or because they can't use it, rather. It's spoiled. Like it's something about the, like it is some type of infection in these, like, I see the little blood places in like the clear pouches, and it's like the blood is like literally infected. Like it's something growing or just something that is just nasty in all of it. I don't even know what this is. I ain't never even seen nothing like this before. Oh, let me see what else. Anything else that is going to potentially impact the, yes. Okay. I see more farms and like plants and stuff like that being burned down. But Bill Gates stuff ain't gonna get burnt down. And the people like him that also have these type of these fake farms, their stuff is gonna be just fine. So what can farmers and agriculturalists, like, what can they do to protect their things? To protect their property, what can they do? I'm hearing things like people really have to return to the spiritual rhythm of nature, because they need to pour out libations and make offerings and things like that to their land, and call on And I know everybody believes in things that are different, but I mean, if you a Christian, should you really even be watching this video anyway? Or if you're a part of any Abrahamic religion, don't this type of content go against your beliefs anyway? So should you even really, be watching it unless you are one with an open mind? Right? But and I say that out of love, not out of harsh judgment. It's just a question for you, right? If you have an issue with with making offerings, to spirits, or praying, for the protection over your land, and calling in those benevolent and powerful spirits of the land to protect your livestock and to protect your land, I'm just saying, because I'm hearing that the spirits of these individual farms and lands, especially like the homegrown ones, they are willing to help and to support the people, especially like the smaller people, the more independent companies, and farmers and things. They're willing to support and help those people, but they just need to ask, because free will. They just need to ask. Let me see. Our plant-based milks that we like, they aren't like the store-bought ones that we would naturally get. They aren't. I'm hearing don't buy silk. Don't buy what's that other brand? It's another main brand. Almond Breeze. And those are the main two ones that I'm seeing now on the shelf. They're saying they're not even using almonds or whatever type of plant or nut that it is that they are saying that like they're not even using that. So if you're going to use a plant-based milk and not a cow milk, and I love me some plant-based milk, but they're saying that we are going to have to either make our own, and I'm hearing that there's one brand I'm seeing, and y'all can cross-check and verify. They're saying that make sure that the ingredient actually says nuts, like whatever nut is on it. So like if it's cashew milk, or if it's almond milk, make sure that that's like the first ingredient and not like a variation of that thing, right? So make sure that it's like the whole product and not like a chopped up version of that product, because that chopped up, hydrogenated, broken down product, it ain't real. It's not. It like that girl was hollering on that plane last year about that MF not being real. It ain't real. It's not. It's like it's something, and it's a lot of things that we consume that are not real. But the things that I'm talking about in particular are things that's going to cause more harm to our body. And I don't buy the Khalifa brand, so correct me if I'm wrong, but they even saying that one is even halfway right, but it's better than the silk brand. They're saying if you are a person that like nut milks, just make sure. I'm hearing the Aldi brand is safe. It's safe enough. I'm hearing the Costco brand of it is safe too, safe enough. But I feel they're also going to be I see that they're going to be making some changes even to those ingredients and those formulas. So they're saying to watch out for that and to just be aware of it. Oh, how long have I been recording? 30 minutes. Okay, let's see. All right, aliens, is there anything else that I did not mention to wrap up this reading that the public needs to know of how whatever it is that they're going to be discussing, how this will impact us this year or even within the next 2 years? Let's see. They're saying not anything else that we don't already know. So like our fruit, our vegetables, our meats and different things like that. Our rice, our beans. So this is a message that my folks are saying. They're saying we have had enough time to prepare for the things that are to come and the things that are already happening. And so they're saying that if you have not, for those of us that have not taken it upon ourselves to, collaborate with, with local farmers, and different things like that, or even, build our own supply of things, then we really need to go ahead and get on it, because this year really is the last year that we have to prepare. After this year, we really won't have enough time. And I'm really seeing the summertime is when it's really going to crank up. They're really going to begin to roll out a lot of this stuff in the summertime, but they're saying that this year is really the last year that we have to prepare before, shit just totally go even more berserk. Wow. A year ain't no time, y'all. A year ain't that's nothing. And it's already January 13th as I'm recording this reading. So let me see. Is there... Nope, they're saying don't be scared, just be prepared. Even if you just have to take, $10 to $15 or $20 out of each paycheck, to just kind of like collect the things that you need to collect, or just learn the things it is that you need to learn about, farming and agriculture. They're saying to go ahead and take the time out to do those things if you care about yourself and your well-being and the well-being of your family. All right, you guys, I'm not getting anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the reading. If you all have any questions about anything that came out, any things that you want me to elaborate on further that came out in this reading, go ahead and put those things in the comment section. I also offer hydromancy or water scrying readings on my website. The link is in the description box. If you enjoyed the reading, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and subscribe and just all of that YouTube, all that YouTube mumbo jumbo. But it has been a pleasure. Y'all be safe. Use your common sense, okay? And get close to God. Boom shakalaka, God and your spiritual cord and the benevolent beings, who want to help us, because we need it. And that's all she wrote. Have a good one.